to our very first live banquet. Exciting. And I'm just, for those of you guys just tuning in, I'm just very excited to see you guys. And most of you guys who are on our mailing list will have received one of these pamphlets. So you can kind of follow along and enjoy, get some statistics on us, know about us, all that kind of stuff. We also, with that, is a pledge card that you can fill out and send back to us as well. But we are at our Bring Your Own Banquet event. So we're going to go over to Paul and see what he's made for himself. It looks like Paul has made himself he's a little bit behind on the chicken. So we might have to come back to him. This is one of our rotisseries that have not in our auction and hasn't been bid on yet. So feel free to bid on that baby. And we'll go see what Carl's eating. Head over to Carl.
I got a leftover tuna casserole.
Looks like Carl has a leftover tuna casserole. He's enjoying that. And it looks delicious, Carl. Now we're going to head over to Josh. He's our co-op student. We've got some pizza, some cold pizza. Nice. Very good. And over to Aaron, who's our tech guy for the evening. What do you have there, Aaron?
I forgot my dinner, so I just have this.
Is that just a peanut?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to work on getting you something a little bit better, for sure. I guess we're going to go back to Paul and see how he's working on that dinner over there, and see how that was going over there. Whoa, that rotisserie works really good. You guys should really bid on that thing, for sure. And I have a few people coming at us virtually. We're going to pop over to, let's see who is first. We're going to pop over to Kevin, who is our regional director.
Okay. Hey, Youth Unlimited YFC Hanover. I am so excited for you guys having your dinner tonight. I'm right here doing my Bring Your Own buffet here and enjoying a burrito. And I hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying some food, maybe something that Carl told you about. Have a great evening. I hope you're keeping well. And again, on behalf of Southwestern Ontario Youth for Christ, I'm Kevin Nethercott, the regional director, and I just want to welcome you tonight and say thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions tonight, reach out to Paul or the staff. And I just look forward to hopefully seeing you in 2021. Take care. Have a good night.
We also have a message from our mayor here in Hanover, Miss Sue Patterson. Mayor Sue Patterson, she's also...
Hello everyone, I'm Sue Patterson, Mayor of Hanover. I'm pleased to bring greetings and best wishes to your Saturday Night Live virtual banquet. I believe for a community to be great, everyone who lives here must be valued and respected, and especially our youth. They need to know they matter. And Youth for Christ is doing just that by seeing the hope and potential in every youth they meet. So Paul, staff, and volunteers, well done. You're doing a great job. And everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening, the lovely meal, and I hope you bid on lots of auction items. And as
Sue also has told us that she's made herself a chicken breast stuffed with feta and roasted tomatoes, baked potatoes, carrots, along with green grapes to clean off the plate. It's great. And we're going to cut over to Jerry as well.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Jerry Asling, and I am chair of YFC Hanover Steering Committee. Thank you for joining us at our Saturday Night Live virtual banquet. We are so blessed to have so many of you who have supported us throughout the years, and especially this past year, with its unprecedented disruptions. We thank you so much for your financial support and for your prayers. I want to also thank Paul Newman, Satellite Director, Carl Eastman, and Jillian Zettler for all their support and leadership throughout the years. Also, Marilyn Ross and Aaron Mader, the other two members of our steering committee. So sit back and enjoy your meal as you join us with our virtual banquet. Thanks again. Stay safe, stay well, and bless you all.
Thanks, Jerry. Jerry is one of our longest standing board members, and we're very thankful that he could have joined us today. This is my meal. I've decided to make my own gingerbread house. It's going to be awesome. But as we're thinking about our meal, we have Amos here with us, who's going to pray for our night as well as our food.
Oh, hi. Pardon me. My name is Amos. I'm the Children, Youth, and Family Pastor at Hanover Missionary Church, and I'm here to say grace for this evening's meal. So let's bow our heads and let's say grace. Jesus, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of this virtual dinner and auction. And we ask that these folks who are watching would bid lots and lots of money to go to the good work at the YFC deck in Hanover. And so we thank you for the staff. We thank you for all the work that's gone into this wonderful evening. And we pray that you bless us as we eat in our homes. In your name, amen. Quick shout out to all the staff and volunteers at Hanover YFC, even Carl. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Good night and God bless.
I thought we were going to Paul.
Should be me, but we missed Steve Deller.
Oh,
We missed Steve?
Yeah.
and finally, we're going to hear a greeting from Steve Deller, our. Yeah, sorry. And finally, we're going to hear from our director or our head.
Executive Director.
Executive Director Steve Deller, who has a greeting all the way from Woodstock.
Woohoo!
Hi, I'm Steve Deller.
Here, I don't have a primary camera over here.
Oh, the camera's on. Is it not?
This is voice off.
Are three of our almost 80 staff that serve and minister to thousands of youth across our chapter. God has been good to us, but you know, none of this happens without you.
And then we go
You are our partners in this ministry. Without your prayers, volunteering, and your financial generosity, none of the youth that are cared for and given an opportunity to begin a relationship with Jesus would ever
Who
happen.
do you want first?
So thank you for your generosity and for caring about us and the youth in your community. And please, enjoy the rest of the 2020 virtual Hanover banquet. God bless. Thank you.
Well, we interrupt this banquet for a news update for something completely unrelated. The publishers for the Dr. Seuss book, famous Oh, the Places You Will Go, have now pulled it from the shelves. They're recalling the book altogether. Apparently, child psychologists are saying that youth could be traumatized because this would make them believe that they could leave their house and go places. So the book is now gone, and the authors of the Dr. Seuss establishment are trying to rework something out called Oh, the Things You Will Hoard. That's right, coming up, the special COVID edition will feature toilet paper, softwood lumber, and craft dinner. So this coming out, and back to you. I think we should go live.
I thought we were going. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, live
We're
to the
going to
auction.
go live to our live auction with Michelle and our auctioneers.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the YFC shopping channel. Usually that's you, but not for tonight. It is your fight to conquer. You are the top bidder. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, you want to go to your Facebook app and open that up or on your computer. Then what you want to do is write in a YFC, Youth Unlimited Hanover. From there, you go to the photos and you will see the online auction 2020. You want to go there. You want to be able to stream through all of those items. We have 121 tonight. which is fantastic. You can go into the comments, see the bid that's most recent at the bottom, and then what you do is you just put in the bid that you would like. Now, some of them say $2, some of them say $5, so make sure you're making the appropriate bid. Now, for example, we have this beautiful scarf. It's an alpaca scarf. It's number 1. If you see that on the list there, it looks like Jen Hiersma has a bid there for $45. So she's a nice girl, but sorry, Jen, I'm getting that. So I go into that picture, into my comments, put in my money. Good luck. Back to you. Or not.
That's next. Paul's doing his recap. Okay.
And what are head over there?
Am I doing the financial report or yeah. Hey, welcome back and thanks again for joining us at the charity auction and virtual banquet. We are so happy you're here with us. How's your food? You know, never had variety like we've had tonight, I'm sure. But if you got complaints about the food, you know, you could always talk to someone at your house. Ooh, I like that change. Well, tonight's our time here for us to talk about our finances. As a nonprofit charity, we believe it's really important to be able to show our supporters how much money we have, where it's going, where it comes from, and what your hard-earned donations are being used for. So here's the portion where we often come in and break into pie charts. For all the years I've been with this organization, pie charts, but they never involve any actual pie. Tonight's the night we're going to take it up a notch. And I'm going to start with one of my favorites in the family of pies. Pizza pie. Oh, look at that. So we're going to start by talking about how our money was spent in 2020, and you will be following with the pie chart on the right. The first 9% goes to our facility and administration. The next 4% is spent on fundraising. 1% goes into training, and a full 8% into programming. Now that leaves us with a remarkable 78%. Right around here, which goes to pay for our in-person working staff. Now, a couple remarkable things about this. You might think, wow, that means you spend a lot on staff. Well, actually, what it really means is we spend really a very little amount on overhead. We have a very reasonable rate of rent with the town. We're able to keep our overhead and administration expenses incredibly low. The other thing that is remarkable is that only 4% of our budget is spent on fundraising. You're all aware of many charities which spend a remarkable amount on fundraising, and sometimes less than half of it actually goes back into the hands-on work with the people. 1% in training seems small, but that's because we have in-house training and professionally trained trainers that work with YFC to keep our expenses down in that department. 8% for programs, that sends our kids to camp and takes them to all of the other outdoor adventures that we do, where the real action happens, where staff engage face-to-face with students, where students can come and have an in-person contact. That's where 78% of our budget goes. That's remarkable for a charity. Only 4% on fundraising? Look, you can hardly even get a whole slice of pepperoni on that. Oh, that's good. Well, if you have any questions about our finances, they're delicious. And now we're going to go on to explain where our support comes from using this wonderful apple pie. Our budgeted income for this year was $190,300. And that's a lot of money to raise in a small community, but it's an incredibly good need. And we have a significant amount of support here from our local churches. 6% of what we bring in on that money comes from local churches, and we all know that churches work hard to get the money they give, and we're thankful for that support. Then 13% that is left here, this comes from local industry. This is businesses that support us. This is community grants that we receive and other ways that that money comes in. But the overwhelming significant portion of our money, starting from this 6% all the way around the pie back to the bottom, that there gives us a total of 81% of our income that comes from supporters like yourself. People who just, individuals who work, raise their families, live in the community, and come to help us out. Many of them give monthly and subscribe to regular monthly payments, and we thank you for your consistent ongoing support, because it is because of people like you that keep us stable and able to keep the doors open. So, some of you keeners there are noticing, yes, we are talking about the budgeted numbers. And this is 2020, and COVID has struck. And no, our budget hasn't quite worked out the way we had hoped. In fact, for us, as for many nonprofit charities, we are now working with, well, just a smaller pie. And that's okay. Some of our expenses have been reduced as well, so we've had less income, but we've had less expenses. We were eligible to receive some of the government subsidies that came out early in COVID, which has helped carry us through. And many of our supporters have really hung in there. There have been some of you, and thank you, some of you who just honestly said, my business is affected, I've lost my job, whatever, I just can't give like I normally would. And thanks for your authenticity. Thank you for digging in and caring for us and praying for us anyways. Even when you weren't able to support financially, you encouraged us along the way just with your attitude in it. So you've been amazing. For others who have been able to dig deep and support and close up some of the gap, thank you very much. And you have also been amazing and are helping to keep us here in this time. So I would like to ask you to take out the pledge card that you received in the mail or go online to our website, prayerfully look through and think, how can you help Youth for Christ Hanover end the year well? And you can prayerfully think about how you'd like to give, and mail that in, send that in, give online, YFCHanover.com. Lots of times people think that giving and money talk is not really a very spiritual thing, but actually Jesus spent a lot of time talking about money. And one of the key passages he gave is, where your treasure is, there your heart is also. And we know that as you give, you're really giving us a piece of your heart. And we want to thank you for sharing the love. Thank you for supporting us through these hard times. And we know that there is a blessing back for you for that. And we just praise God for how he supports us in these very unusual times. God bless and good night. Continue to enjoy the banquet. And now over to a news section. We're going to talk a little bit about what we have been able to do in COVID over this past crazy season. First of all, well, I haven't had my hair cut, in case you were wondering about that. But right up here, you'll see the shots of me the first couple of weeks of COVID, youth worker, no youth. And we felt ourselves pretty trapped when the shutdown first hit. But we very quickly realized that youth are incredibly comfortable meeting online. And so all of a sudden we were able to game with them. We were able to do an online virtual drop-in. The youth were quite comfortable joining in, and it turned out to be a lot of fun. We got to see parts of them we wouldn't have normally seen because you're invited right into the home with them. They show off their pets, they hang out. It was kind of a blast. So once we were done with the once we were able and the weather was good, we started meeting outside with youth, and we did some Frisbee and a bit of outside activity. We had to keep the numbers in control, so people had to sign up ahead, but it turned out to be great. And when we first got together, and those youth had not seen like other youth outside of their home for 4 months, it was just an amazing opportunity to be like, oh, real people again. And but where you could see what we do as a ministry really shone, and the community that we had built showed itself off in being able to be live and connected with them. out through the summer, we couldn't do a lot of our concerts and our kind of normal camps and things like that. So there was no big, awesome concert-y effect, but we were able to maintain our relationship with them and do some good connection. Golf tournament was one of our fundraisers that we were able to do. So here we are hanging out in the golf tournament, and the winning team from Port Elgin, way to go. I like the trophy. The trophy's a nice touch. We were not able, of course, to do our fish fry and a lot of our other normal fundraisers. So pretty much the golf tournament and this banquet are what is left for fundraisers that we were able to do in a normal way. So now that we're back to the winter season, we're meeting back inside, and I was nervous about this. Our kids are pretty rambunctious, but they've been well trained, kind of brought into the routine at school. And when they come here, they are courteous. They wear their masks all the time. They sanitize. They stay distanced. And I'm really impressed at how well the distance drop-ins are working. So it's been a great time to kind of survive through ministry stuff in COVID. And we're looking forward to being able to open and run fully as the pandemic kind of runs through. So that's the update in our COVID time. Thanks for being patient with us in this live banquet thing. It's kind of strange as we cut through back and forth. But I believe, are we back to the auction? Back to the auction for a quick update.
Well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And I'm here with Mike Boots. He's been lonely. He's only had one bid on it, and that's mine, $5. He's pretty darn cute. And Christmas stuff, you can never have too much stuff. I also want to bring attention to something that came on later. So you may not have seen this, but what we have is baby blanket here, and it is soft as a baby's butt and a cute little hat as well. And I wanted to bring back yet again these beautiful alpaca scarves, which are valued at $80, $90, and they're only at $40 right now. So these are great Christmas gifts. You want to check in. I'll be back with the men's cave soon. Back to you.
Oh, over to Jill and the Minecraft.
I'm actually going to give you a tour of our online drop-in recreation in our Minecraft server world. I've been working with my young adults and especially some of our students to recreate our drop-in center virtually. So this is our tour. This is the inside of our drop-in center. One of our young adults has come on as a moderator for the server, and her and I took a few days to recreate this. This is her walking around in the video, if you see the other person walking around. But we spent a lot of time. It took us a little while to figure out what to do with the bubble hockey, for instance. And just trying to recreate the circular couch was quite fun. So it was really cool to be able to recreate a space that kids weren't able to go into at the time. And it's really cool to say we have a recreation of our center in a digital way. So just give you a quick tour. So this is the kitchen, the pool table there. We have all our computers. We even recreated the cupboards. Everything is right there. So we took pictures and actually recreated it for everything that's in there. This is our coat room, our washrooms. We even did the office. So the places where most people aren't really allowed in, we recreated that, which is quite fun. So then we also have another server for our young adults. So this is a few snapshots from them. They are far more active because they've been playing Minecraft for their whole life. So they have their own little houses and places, and we have a great community on there growing and having fun. So this is just a few of their builds and a few of their places. They're all creative and awesome. It's great to be able to connect to some of our students who have graduated and just be able to reconnect to some people there. So that's really it. So now we're going to actually go talk to hear a testimonial from Ryan, who's one of our volunteers and was part of the center for a very long time. So off to there.
Good evening and welcome to our YFC virtual banquet. I'm here with Ryan Pletch. He's one of our volunteers, and as well as I'm Carl Eastman. So we're just going to have a quick conversation with Ryan and his experience with YFC Hanover. So Ryan, How long have you been a part of YFC Hanover's programming?
Roughly 6 years.
And what did coming to YFC Hanover as a youth mean to you?
I basically use it as a hangout and meet new people and play some games.
Cool. And you were only here for a few years before you aged out of our drop-in program, and you kind of kept hanging around and quickly wanted to become a volunteer. Why did you want to be a volunteer, and what's that experience been like?
I enjoyed hanging out here, so I wanted to step it up a level and learn more about the youth and see if I had something to offer with them. And so far the experience has been phenomenal.
Cool. Last year you went through a really kind of traumatic experience in your life, and would you be willing to share that with us?
Yeah, so about a year ago I went through a breakup. It was definitely hard on me. It sent me spiraling downhill in depression faster than I realized. I really didn't want to do anything but sit in the dark and roll up in a ball and cry, and I lost a lot of weight because of it. And then next thing I knew, I had these suicidal thoughts and I attempted suicide. The time that I attempted suicide, something went wrong. I don't know who, what, or why it happened, but for whatever reason, I went to hang myself and my feet touched the ground when they shouldn't have.
How did the staff at YFC Hanover help you through all of that this past year?
So you guys helped me out quite a bit. I used you as a big safety net, which I'm very grateful for. You know, you were there to be there for me whenever I needed it, whether it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning. If I called you, you would either talk to me on the phone and figure out what's going on, or you would meet up in person. And rather, if it was just me needing to vent to somebody or me seeking advice, you were there for me no matter what.
Would you say this experience has changed your life?
Yes, it definitely has. So I definitely feel like I've learned a lot about mental health, because before all this went on, I was your typical normal young adult, you know, happy, living life, you know, doing my own thing. And then after all this went on, you know, I feel like I've just gained so much wisdom from it, and I could pass that on to somebody else, and if they needed advice, then I might have it.
And how has your relationship with God changed through this?
So before all this happened, I was just kind of sitting in the middle. You know, I didn't necessarily believe in it, but I didn't necessarily not believe in it. So now that this happened, and like I said, the day that I tried to take my own life, for whatever reason, my feet touched the ground when they shouldn't have. There was no reason that they should have. It made me wonder, you know, who was looking out for me that day, and it's definitely wanted me to seek more information about all of this stuff, and possibly learn more about God and whatnot.
Do you think that YFC Hanover plays a role in the mental health and well-being of the youth?
I do. Youth can definitely use this as either a distraction from what's going on outside of this center, rather they want to come here and hang out and just, you know, have a good time, meet some people, or rather they want to talk to staff or volunteer. They can definitely talk to whoever they need to here, and one of us, if not all of us, is going to have some sort of advice to give them. Rather, it's just advice, or, you know, help them out and, you know, give them things that they need to make themselves better.
Thank you for being vulnerable and open to share with us this evening, Ryan.
No problem.
Hope you enjoyed.
All right, welcome back, and I'm here with the Eagle at the Eagle Stand. This is a man cave. You know, a lot of times people come on and they think it's women's stuff, and it's not. This little fella here, he retails at $80, and he's only sitting at $35. What a beautiful something to put in your shop. Of course, you can never have too many golf balls there. We got Shanti's coffee. We got drills. We got things to clean your car and shop vacs and socks and watches and waterproofing. You name it, guys. Let's see what you can do. Oh, and don't forget, before I go, we got these amazing work jackets. Really thermal, great. One's from Rona. The other is from Dickies. Yeah, lots of stuff here for the guys. Back to you.
Oh, that's so good.
Really good food. Oh, ooh. I need to go back. Don't start the countdown without me.
Couldn't do it without you, Carl.
No, not at all.
2020 is going to be so awesome.
It sure is. I mean, I can't believe I get to build a deck. I'm going to go out west with my family or out east. And then, you know, like that 3 weeks in Europe with my wife. Woo.
Oh, yeah. That just sounds amazing. And there's so many cool things going to happen this summer, too. Like, there's the Summer Olympics in Tokyo, and then, like, the live concerts. And, oh, my brother's getting married in September, and it's going to be huge.
Well,
He's right here.
I know. It's a massive wedding. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You know, the other thing I love about the Olympics being in Tokyo is that it's all going to be techie. Like, they got so much. I mean, it's the athletics and interest, but Japan is so into all the tech stuff. So I think it's going to be a really good Olympics to watch. And I'm actually looking forward to it. My family and I often gather around the TV, watch all Olympics together. It's great.
Quick! What year is it?
Oh, it's the New
Almost,
Year's Eve.
it's almost
Like 10,
2020, like 10 minutes.
10 minutes of 2020. What? What worked? And you just went to the bathroom. How did you get back so fast?
Fast! It took me a whole year to come up with the technology to time travel.
Time travel?
Wait. Oh, you travel.
You're from the future?
Okay, that's cool. Okay. I need to know who won the Super Bowl because I need to make some really good car payments.
Forget about the Super Bowl. You want to invest in Zoom and hand sanitizer. Forget about that. Quickly. How much toilet paper do you have?
A couple of rolls.
Really, a few rolls and...
Great Scott! You gotta go out really quickly and get at least 3 months worth
of toilet paper?
Why?
Toilet paper.
In the future, it will become the most sought after commodity. It will be unprecedented.
Unprecedented. Why? Why will it be unprecedented?
Oh, man. Oh, you gotta buy your lumber now for your deck.
Why would I buy my lumber now for my deck? I got no place to put it.
When you go to build your deck this summer, you won't be able to find it. And when you do, it will cost 4 times as much. It will be unprecedented. And, oh, you can forget about those vacations. They're not gonna happen.
What? Oh. Are you sure about this?
Okay, hold up. Slow down. Why is all this going to happen?
Corona. It's going to sweep across Asia and then the world.
Corona's already swept across the world, and pretty sure that's a popular beer, thanks to Thomson Beers.
I'm not talking about the beer, although Corona is going to have a very serious PR nightmare on their hands. I'm talking about coronavirus. It'll be known as COVID-19. It will be unprecedented.
Unprecedented. I can't believe it's going to be that bad. I mean, the world has seen outbreaks before. Surely we'll know how to get over this.
True. But have you heard of murder?
What?
That can't be real.
That's not a thing.
Can it?
It will be unprecedented.
Okay, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Oh, well, I mean, it's gonna be bad. 2020 is gonna suck.
It does sound pretty horrible, but, you know, it's 2020. 21 will be better, right? By the time we get to 2021.
I mean, it's gonna be unprecedented.
Okay, I don't want to hear any more. It's going to be that bad. I don't want to know.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be all bad. Betty White's still alive, and she's doing great. Oh, and you're gonna get really good at making sourdough bread. Yeah, really good. Oh, well, good luck, guys.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
do now? What's the next thing? John, just go back to the auction. What's up with the duck? We need a duck. We need the duck.
Oh. You were coming back to me. I'm not eating these cookies that are on the island. I might say they're amazing. Speaking of eating, there's the cards too. And more than that, there's a duck. And you can't eat this duck, but I just want you to know that this was created by a fellow, and they have something like this at Grave Roots Museum. This is worth big bucks, and it's really cool. It looks real. So, yeah, can't eat it, but I gotta tell you, the cookies are really good.
I know this won't be easy, but in these unprecedented times, we need to take unprecedented measures.
But the COVID-19 pandemic has changed everything. We are in unprecedented times with challenges we could have never imagined.
We are in an unprecedented global pandemic that really sucks.
Unprecedented. We hear it over and over and over again. And it's kind of, as we were talking about it as a staff, and we're thinking, this is hilarious. We hear the word unprecedented so much, it reminds me of The Princess Bride. It's a fantastic story, and we're just going to have to roll a clip. Here it is. Montage, way you go.
That would be inconceivable. It's inconceivable! Inconceivable! Inconceivable!
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable. And the line from Ingram Toyle, I think this is also a way overlap into the word that we use all the time here, unprecedented. We keep using this word, but I do not think it means what you think it means. I mean, especially if you are a follower of the story of God pursuing his people, the one where God regularly engages with his people who are in like a plague, like many plagues, or in a famine, or stranded, wandering forever in the desert. All of these unprecedented moments is the precedent for God working and engaging with his people. I mean, even in the New Testament, when Jesus comes on the scene, he's there meeting with the chosen people, and they're in captivity by the Romans. I mean, how often does this chosen people have to be captive? They get dragged off to Babylon. They have Jerusalem taken away from them. It's just over and over and over again. They're in these unprecedented times where awful things seem to be happening around the world, and yet God reveals himself to them and shows himself faithful, even in the midst of all of that stuff. I loved it when one reporter recently was on and said, this is like a plague of biblical proportions. And I was like, you get it. Yeah, you get it. That's right. This is not unprecedented. In fact, this is the precedent. This is how God comes and meets with his people and shows that he is so much bigger than the circumstances around us, that he is strong and he is faithful, and we don't have to be. All we have to do is press in and lean on him and come to him in these times. I'm going to read a song that I totally think could have been written specifically for COVID-19 in 2020. And this song is was a song, and it's centuries old, and it's Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth gives away, though the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, and though the waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, a holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, and she will not fall. God will help her at the break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. He says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted among the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. See, somehow in North America, we sometimes get the idea that if God is with us, it would mean life would be easy and we wouldn't have any problems. There is nothing in the Bible that would lead us to that conclusion. That is just our pursuit of happiness myth that we came over here with. The Bible tells us, in fact, Jesus himself, in this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Being rescued from trouble is not the goal of scriptures. It's not the goal of God, and it's not the goal of Jesus. Being with us in trouble and helping us lean into him is the goal of scripture. And then we know that, yeah, we can take heart because he has overcome the world. And that our goal is not to find happiness here, but our goal is to find happiness in him so we will have that happiness for eternity afterwards. Here are just a few more passages that will reassure us in these wild times that is nothing like what we've lived in before. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. The words of Jesus here, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Be still and know that I am God. What incredible words of encouragement in a time of incredible turmoil. So, as we travel through this season together, when you hear the words unprecedented, you can go and remind back to the Princess Bride. You can be all Ingo Montoya and say, you keep using this word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Thank you, and good night as we carry on for the rest of our banquet. Bit often.
Okay, I know our treasures are not here on earth, but Jen Hirma, you need to pick on somebody else. I want that scarf. How about some Tupperware? Buy some Tupperware. Or Aaron bid on this beautiful painting for $50. It's like around 200 or something like that. Anyways, I just want you to know that the bidding will go on until 11 o'clock tonight. So feel free, go crazy, keep bidding, and have fun. And thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for joining our live virtual banquet. It has been great to have you with us. As already mentioned, the bidding is going to go until 11 o'clock, and we will wrap it up there. We would like to thank all the people that made this possible. All the people who donated goods, people who helped us out financially to pull it all together, all the tech crew and people who pulled off this thing. Yeah, fantastic. So thanks so much for all of the people who worked to make this happen, and thanks so much for supporting us in these crazy times when all of us are living in uncertainty. But we know we have a certain person who holds us close in these times, and we're happy for all of that. So we would like to say thank you again. Good night. Don't forget to bid. Don't forget to donate. You can do it online or through the mail. And thanks so much for joining us for our virtual banquet. 2020! Yeah. 45 minutes.
Not bad.
Wow. We've got a lot of
few fun hiccups, but that was great.
My favorite moment is after the skit when we're like, what's that?
So we'll